I was unable to pay him child support for a child that I was caring for. I was the one taking care of his daily stuff on top of having to pay a man child support that he's not.
Now, let's get back to the video. This one is seriously heated, folks. We've got a wild courtroom clash featuring a mom who flat out refuses to pay the child support that this dad is rightfully owed. Let me tell you, things get very unhinged. She throws a full-blown tantrum during the hearing and throws out excuse after excuse, while the dad, credit where it's due, keeps his composure like a champ. Toward the end, his friends even jump on the Zoom call to back him up and show their support. But here's the real kicker. This mom has already lost custody of her kids. It's unclear exactly why, but now she's on the hook for over $3,000, and she's doing everything she can to wriggle out of it.
Has your mother made any direct payments to you for the support of the children?
No, sir.
Do you have any additional information you'd like to offer to the court as it relates to this case?
No extra information. Well, you know what? She did. My son did run away when he was in the summer of before he turned 18, and then he went to go live with his brother. So that would that's what he did, and so he's lived with his brother for I say about 7, 8 months. I can't remember the exact time. It's been a long time.
It's been a year.
And did you agree during that time frame for the child to live with someone else?
Yeah,
No.
to live with his brother.
No.
Ms. Hagwood, no one's asking you a question right now.
And just to confirm, sir, about how long did the child live with the other sibling?
It's about 7 or 8 months, I believe. I am kind of off. Like I said, it's been a very long time.
Ma'am, can I get you to state your name for the record?
Sherry Ann Baldwin.
I'm sorry, is your last name also Hagwood?
That's my maiden name, and it's Haygood.
Haygood. Okay, thank you, ma'am. As it relates to the child support judgment, the state has calculated that you owe a total of $2,367.20 as of March 31st, 2024. I'm requesting that you pay that back at $150 per month. Are you in agreement to that amount, ma'am?
No, sir.
Explain to the court why you're not in agreement to the amount that you owe.
Well, I got a phone call.
I don't know if it's just me, guys, but I'm definitely picking up on some serious energy from this Sherry Hagwood woman. The judge clearly isn't too thrilled with her. And honestly, she just straight up interrupted the guy mid-sentence. Also, I couldn't help but notice how his friend in the bottom right corner is just sitting back, watching the whole thing unfold. It's kind of hilarious. Drop a comment and let me know what you think so far, because I'm finding this whole situation super entertaining. You can tell just from the guy's demeanor. Look at him in the top right corner. He's calm, collected, and clearly has nothing to hide. Meanwhile, she keeps cutting him off and trying to twist the narrative. Alright, let's jump back in and see what she has to say next, because this is getting real interesting.
February 1st of 2022 from my oldest son, who is, Lewis isn't the father, Dylan Haygood. And he told me that my son Lewis is there. He's been thrown out. And he doesn't know what to do. So I start helping. Lewis comes over here and he's staying with me for a few weeks. He's staying with his brother. And then finally he moves in with me April 1st of 22. And he's been away from his father ever since. Me and his brother's been caring for him, his eyeglasses, his doctor's appointments, getting him to court. I have documentation from the court stating that he was with me and his brother, probation officers that are willing to whatever y'all need them to write up. But I was unable to pay him child support for a child that I was caring for.
And
And
during that time, thank
that's
you, ma'am.
just it.
Thank you, ma'am. And during that time frame, when the child started to reside with you, did you petition the court to change the child support to reflect
Yes,
that
sir.
the child was living with you?
Yes, sir. I called y'all immediately and I emailed the court paper that I had stating that he was living with his brother. And then I went and got the lady told me to do this.
Ms. Haygood?
The whatever child support officer I spoke with told me to go file this with the courts. And it's my name is Sherry Ann Baldwin. I am the mother and the child of Luis Mendoza. He has resided with me since April 1st, 2022, and is currently residing in Johnson County. And it's signed and dated.
Again,
And
Ms.
then
Haygood, Ms. Hager,
Pardon me?
the question that was asked is, did you petition the court to change the child support amount? Now, did you file a paperwork stating that the child was living with you? My question was, did you petition the court to request that the child support be changed to reflect that the child was residing with you?
Yes, sir, I did.
What's their case number, ma'am?
Well, I called y'all and told you that he was living with me and not the father. She told me to send in the paperwork that I had, so I did. And then she said she had 190 days to contact the father and that y'all would get a hold of me.
I don't know
February
about you
1st
guys,
of
but I'm calling cap on this one. She's clearly not being honest,
2022
and I
from
can't tell
my
if she's just
oldest
playing dumb or actually
son,
thinks
who
this is a
is
smart move.
Lewis
Like
isn't the
seriously, who
father
thinks not paying child
of
support is a way to
Dylan
fix the
Haygood.
issue? If you want to change the
And
amount,
he
you can't just
told
stop
me
paying.
that
You need to contact the
my
court,
son
file a
Lewis is
motion,
there.
and
He's
get the
been
new terms
thrown
legally
out.
set. Otherwise, those payments keep piling up,
And
and it's
he
just going to
doesn't
come
know
back
what
to
to
bite you
do.
later. It makes
So
her look
I
real
start
bad.
helping.
So, I'm not sure if she's
Lewis
genuinely
comes over
clueless or just
here and
pretending to be,
he's
but either
staying
way,
with me
it's
for a
sketchy.
few weeks.
Yeah,
He's
the guy
staying with
mentioned the
his
kid went to
brother.
stay with his brother, but that
And
doesn't change the
then
legal
finally he
responsibility.
moves in
You've
with
still
me
got to file
April
with the court and
1st
get it updated
of
officially.
22.
Whether she's technically right or wrong here,
And
the way she's
he's
going
been
about it just
away
doesn't
from
make
his
any sense.
father ever
Let's see if she
since.
has anything
Me
else
and
to
his
say,
brother's
because
been
right now,
caring for
it's not
him.
adding up.
His
All right, let's jump back in.
eyeglasses.
All right, and as it relates to the medical support, ma'am, the state has calculated that you owe a total of $849.32 as of March 31st, 2024, and requesting that you pay that back at $50 per month. Are you in agreement to that amount, ma'am?
No, sir.
And could you explain to the court why you're not in agreement to paying that amount?
Because I feel like I was the one caring for his needs. I was the one taking care of his daily stuff on top of having to pay a man child support that he's not staying with. I don't have extra money like that. I can't be taking him to the eye doctor and to appointments and feeding him and clothing him and paying him his father child support.
And just to confirm, ma'am, when you say that you're paying the father child support for a child that's residing with you, when exactly did you pay those amounts to the father?
I have documentation of every child support payment I ever made, and I have documentation of it.
And ma'am,
And
were you
pardon?
able to review the report that was provided on the screen as it relates to
I
the
couldn't
child
really
support payment?
see. I couldn't really see, but
And
I
would you like for
stopped
me to
paying
for that
after April
April of what year, ma'am?
22. I stopped paying, and that's when I went and got the documentation that he was living with me full time.
All right, we have to understand one thing. The Attorney General's office is not the court. You can ask the
I'm really loving how this judge is calling her out, because like I said, none of this adds up. I mean, come on, they've been divorced for what, like 10 years now? And we're supposed to believe she just forgot to call the court? After all that time, you'd think she'd know by now that if you want to change anything related to child support, or really anything involving your kid, you have to go through the court. It's not some hidden rule. It's common practice. Most people understand that. And yet, here she is acting like this is brand new information. Up to this point, she's been kind of holding it together, but in this last part of the clip, she's about to totally lose it. She goes off the rails, and the judge does not let it slide. He snaps her right back into place. So let's finish this up and see what the judge has to say, and brace yourselves, because she's about to go off.
If you don't file anything with the court, then it's almost like nothing ever happened because the AG has discretion to do what they like, which means they could file something or they could not file something. They didn't file anything. Separately, what you're supposed to do is file something with the court, and nothing was ever filed with the court. I don't work for the AG's office. The judges in the courthouse don't work for the AG's office. So you can tell me all day long that you talk to the AG's office, but that's not the court. So I can't modify your order. You were responsible to modify your own order if the AG didn't want to help you, or if you wanted to do it on your own. It's very simple to do, and that hasn't happened. So you owe these arrears. It's a very small amount. You owe the full amounts that are owed. You decided not to make payments. So you owe $2,367.20, payable at $150 a month, and medical support arrears of $849.32, payable at $50 a month. If there's money on hold, then they will try to forward that towards those amounts. And then if there's any remaining balance, then those are the monthly payments. All right, y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You ain't getting shit. You
Hey,
ain't
good.
getting
You want me to find you in contempt of court? Ms. Haygood, I can fine you $50 for contempt of court for cussing in my court. So please, don't act like a child. We don't need
I
to.
thought I was off.
Well, that was absolutely embarrassing. Honestly, I don't think she's ever going to pay that money. This case happened a while ago, and I couldn't find any updates, so we can probably assume she just let it default. And let's be real, this guy's likely never seeing that $3,000. That said, after watching the whole thing, I'm kind of torn. I mean, it almost feels like he doesn't even deserve the full amount. Maybe half, sure, but it sounds like the kid wasn't even living with him. So I don't really understand why he's owed that much. But hey, that's a separate issue. What really stood out was how out of line she was. Even if you're muted, talking like that in front of a judge is just wild to me. And in this case, she thought she was muted. But nope, she wasn't. You never know what a judge is going to do in response. Like that little pop-up said, $50 fine just for that outburst. Honestly, I think it should have been more, because the way she snapped back totally undermined the judge's authority. He's telling her what she owes, and she flat out says, "I'm not paying that." That's bold, and not in a good way. It's not hard to imagine why she lost custody in the first place after seeing how she acted. Just totally unhinged. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you've got any thoughts or opinions, drop them in the comments. I'll be responding to every single one. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button for more content like this. I'm putting out videos as often as I can because I genuinely enjoy reacting to these wild court moments. Thanks for watching, and take care.